I will.
It is ready.
Follow. Revive her. Let me surrender. In the spirit of the House of Food.
Ronald!
Joan!
I'm sure you're very respectable, madam.
I must confess I don't quite know the standard of respectability that you demand in your boarding house, Mrs. Haggerty.
I thought his face seemed familiar. The government has offered a price of $20,000 for his capture, alive or dead. It will be a great day for China when that price is paid.
Don't do anything foolish.
When are we leaving?
I wish I knew. I suppose as soon as Captain Harvey comes down.
If he's up there, he may never come down.
All aboard!
You better get her out of there. I've just killed Chang.
Mrs. Pike,
Yes, you are.
my name is Sherlock Holmes. When did you last see your husband alive?
We dined together last night at the Savoy Grill. He left me shortly after 9 o'clock. I never saw him again.
You are staying?
At the Savoy,
You've been in London how long?
about a week,
And you live where?
at the Grange Shoeburyness.
When your husband left you, did he inform you where he was going?
No, but I fancied it was on a matter of business. He was a man very precise in his habits. When midnight came, and there was no sign of him, I became rather alarmed.
Midnight would be a late hour for him.
Very, yes.
Did he always wear a ring?
That one, yes. I gave it to him when we were married.
That would be...
About 6 years ago in China. It is an heirloom belonging to my family and has been handed down through generations.
I see. Permit me to express my sympathy for your great loss.
Thank you. Is that all?
Do as I bid you, and you will yet be saved. Your dancing rooms, where are they?
My room.
I shall dance in your place. Your veil will hide me while I seek out Abu Hassan.
But how will you find him if his disguise is unknown?
Fear not. I've been his slave too long. His tricks cannot deceive my eyes.
But the robbers here.
They will not stir until Hassan gives the signal. But I shall see to it that he does not. There was a man named Hartman.
Hartman. We ran across Hartman's trail recently. He operates a clearinghouse for aliens somewhere.
I'm sure my father knew. Only they didn't let him live to tell me.
I'll mix you a hot drink and...
So that's it. You're the boss.
My dear, I'm a businesswoman.
You killed my father.
Sleep!
How would you like to live in Washington?
Perhaps a change of climate is just what I need.
Then it's settled.
Does that mean you're asking me to marry you?
Méchant, ma.
Waarvan heen je oren?
But surely Mr. Recker is coming to his own birthday party.
Of course. When I remind him it is his birthday.
Oh, hello, Harvey. Do you know Madam Ying?
The unhappy fact is, I don't.
This is Harvey Gregson, president of the Center Bank and Investment Company.
How do you do?
I called to pay my respects to Mr. Recker on his birthday.
He'll be delighted, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Mr. Recker always likes to see his old customers.
Old customers?
Before repeal, Steve Scotch was rated the finest in the country.
Oh, but this tea.
Mr. Recker always believed in prohibition, and still does.
He should. He made millions out of it.
Nothing personal, I assure you. You've inherited great wealth,
Anybody who's ever lived in San Francisco knows that.
but you've not used the money to good advantage.
No, I know you're faking. Hey, come over here and listen to my fortune. Miss Ming, for your information, Corey Incorporated is listed AA, and I built up that company myself.
You've used your wealth to hurt many people.
That's modern business.
I don't mean only in business, Mr. Corey. There was a girl.
No, really?
Yes. She's dead now. That's what I mean when I say you've misused the money left in your care.
Oh, I never knew that.
No one else did either. Well, I've had enough of this bunk. I'm going to misuse some more money and buy a drink.
I still can't get the hookup between Gow and Barrows.
You said Barrows was a safe cracker, didn't you?
One of the best.
Then if I want to steal some letters from a safe, I'd hire someone like Barrows to get them.
Why, that's it, of course. Gow hired Barrows, then had to kill Corey when he walked in on him. Then why would Barrows be so willing to admit that he seen Corey last night?
Why, Barrows thought Gow was Corey. And most likely that's who Gow said he was when he hired him.
Miss Ming, I'll have to add you to my staff. It still ain't clear to me.
You look happy.
I am. I'm celebrating.
My recovery?
Yes, that's it. You're much too healthy not to be working.
Not for you.
I'm sorry.
Well, I see I can't change your mind. You remember that $5,000 I told you I had saved? Take it. Use it in your work. Well, don't hesitate to take it. It's honest money. I held on to it for, well, sentimental reasons.
Thank you. I'll be glad to use it.
No place for you with Prim? You know what he is, don't you?
Of course.
But why?
When I first saw Prim, he was wearing the jade medallion of the House of Ming. To him, it was just a Chinese trinket. But to me, it meant that his footsteps had crossed my father's, somewhere, somehow. I must prove my father's not a thief or a traitor.
We must prove.
Jane, my father's been here, in this very house. I feel it.
I'm convinced that if your father's still alive, he must be at that post farther up the river, the one Hamley left. He spoke of an old man up there.
Your story has been substantiated through the embassy in Washington and the consulate here. Sorry we had to detain you, but you had no right to prowl around that penthouse. You should have come to us.
I was pledged to secrecy.
I know.
And had to avoid publicity.
All right, we won't hold that against you, but your friends in China should have used a public carrier, and all this would have been avoided.
The banks and express companies could never manage to get the jewels out of China.
Well, Cobb may have got them out all right, but he didn't deliver them to you.
He wasn't supposed to. He left them in the customs house in San Francisco.
All right, Slim. To prove I'm telling the truth, I'm willing to give my life. There's a convoy coming through soon. He signaled the enemy planes to bomb it.
Oh, don't be silly.
I'm willing to ride in the first truck in the convoy. Ask him if he's willing to do so, too.
How about it, Sir Roger? Like to go for a little ride?
Sir Roger, he's an imposter. German military intelligence. We've been checking on him for some time.
We'll get away.
You cannot kill me. You cannot kill China. Not even 1,000,000 deaths could crush the soul of China. For the soul of China is eternal. When I die, 1,000,000 will take my place, and nothing can stop them. Neither hunger, nor torture, nor the firing squad. shall live on until the enemy is driven back over scorched land and hurled into the sea. That time will come soon, for the armies of decency and liberty are on the march. For China's destiny is victory. It will live because human freedom will not perish. Out of the ashes of ruin and old hatreds, the force of peace will prevail until the world is again sane and well.
That night when he was killed, her sickness was but wall of falsehood behind which she could go secretly to a meeting place.
You mean she went out that night? Su Lin, are you sure?
Yes, because next morning in her bedroom I found street shoes that had been worn. Her coat on the closet floor with the sleeves turned inside out as though removed hurriedly. And in one pocket, a door key to some hotel.
Never knew who Lee was until the next day. So that's who it was, he said.
And you shot him?
He killed my husband. How could I let him live? Mr. Hammer, do you know what this symbol means? Yin and yang?
Yes, I think so. It means man and woman, life and death, one and inseparable.
Yes. You see, I am quite ready. I only wanted time to compose myself.
I'm sure the police will be very understanding when they hear your story.
What would you have done if I refused to go to them?
I don't know. Maybe you shot the wrong man. You see, I'm the big-hearted guy who gave Joey that $5 bill.
Are you Madame Liu Yang?
Yes,
I'm Madame Troy.
so I've been informed. What is it you want of me?
Business.
Your business or my business?
Money.
Money? That is a commodity I do not give away. Flossie Mulvaney? Is she in trouble?
Let's say she's in a difficult situation.
Flossie. That was many years since the old days in Singapore. Once she helped me out of a difficult situation. Mr. Troy, you may take the pound notes. My commission. I'm sure Flossie will understand. Sit down, Mr. Earp. I know why you're here.
You heard already, hmm? I should have known you would. Well, for the first time, it wasn't enough just to tell Mary about it.
No one is perfect.
This time it's serious. For one thing, it's murder. For another, the townspeople know that the attackers were Chinese. You know what that could mean.
You think that Mary can no longer control her people. But I'm sure this was not done by those who did the others. He is no provider. He is a grasshopper that sings all year.
Oh, make up your mind.
All right, sell me the road gang. I'll end up there anyway. I lose face working for such a foolish master.
Really?
There's no island south of Pango Pango. You said so yourself.
Oh, of course there is. I was just angry. You wait and see.
Oh, I know what I'll see. He will return, yes. And he will propose, yes.
But will he marry you? No.
Of course he will. He loves me. He wants to marry me.
Then why don't you ask
How
him?
can I ask him? He's not here.
He is here. The Island Queen docked this morning.